Hello friends, this is the new Toyota RAV4. This is the 6th generation of one of the best-selling crossovers in the world. Since its debut in 1994, the RAV4 has gone from a simple city station wagon to a high-tech crossover that sets standards in its class. The new generation should raise this bar even higher. And, although Toyota calls it a new generation, many may perceive it as a deep restyling, which would also be fair. After all, the Japanese have repeatedly hinted that with the RAV4 they have found a formula for success and are not going to deviate from it. But still, the new RAV4 is in many ways different from its predecessor. It received a much more expressive and aggressive exterior, combining elements of an SUV and an urban coupe crossover. The front part is now visually expanded due to the new geometry of the LED headlights and, of course, wide air intakes. The radiator grille has become less pronounced, in line with the electrification trend. Separately, I would like to note the inflated wheel arches, and they are like this even in simple trim levels. It is felt that Japanese designers drew this element with an eye on the Hyundai Tucson. The light graphics are reminiscent of the latest Camry and Crown, but with an off-road accent. The LED daytime running lights are stretched horizontally and connected by a stylistic line across the entire width, reminiscent of the letter S. All optics are now fully LED, and matrix headlights are available in the Limited and GR Sport trim levels, which automatically adapt to the road situation. The bumpers have become more prominent, with protective inserts and aerodynamic elements. We are talking about active air intakes, which the RAV4 did not have before. But the company did not stop there and covered the lower part of the body with composite protection. The flat bottom and spoiler with a vortex generator to reduce turbulence also seriously affect the aerodynamics. It looks like this. In general, the engineers managed to reduce the aerodynamic drag coefficient to 0.31. In profile, the new model has also become more muscular due to the increased ground clearance. New alloy wheels with a diameter of 17 to 20 inches also affect this. The car received thin rear lights in the style of Lexus NX and a more horizontal layout with a wide spoiler on the trunk door. The structure of the trim levels has also changed. True, for different markets they will differ in names, but GR Sport will be available everywhere. But the off-road version of Adventure is now called Woodland in some markets. The names are different, but the essence is the same. While we've sorted out the exterior, let's move on to the interior. The interior of the RAV4 has become even more modern, ergonomic, and even premium. The main emphasis is on technology and comfort. In the central part of the dashboard, there is a new 12-inch touchscreen of the multimedia system from Toyota, based on the new Arena operating system. By the way, this is the first model of the company to receive the new operating system. Toyota promises faster operation of all systems, adaptation to future functions, and modularity. This is a strategic transition for Toyota, aimed at digitalization and the creation of smart cars. Maybe Toyota has finally learned how to create normal multimedia, but this still needs to be tested. In more expensive versions, the central screen will be larger, as much as 14 inches. But no matter which version you choose, the system will support wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, as well as voice control and over-the-air updates. A digital instrument panel with a diagonal of 12.3 inches is also present. It is neatly built in behind the steering wheel. The only thing missing is a visor. The panel is fully customizable, and for an additional fee, a projection display on the windshield is available. The trim materials have become a higher class. Soft panels, decorative inserts under aluminum and textile, contour lighting in 64 shades. Also available are ventilated seats, a panoramic roof, the JBL audio system with 11 speakers, electric adjustment of seats in 10 directions, and dual-zone climate control. True, you will have to pay extra for most of these options, and in the basic version you get the same plastic Toyota interior. I hope the build quality has also been improved. The RAV4 offers Toyota Safety Sense 3.0, which is standard on all trims and includes adaptive cruise control with stop and go, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist detection, intersection collision avoidance assist, and more. Top trims include a 360-degree camera, parking assist, parking exit assist, and automatic headlights. In short, it has everything the average driver needs. What does the new product offer in technical terms? Let's figure it out. The new RAV4 is built on the familiar TNGA platform, which was quite expected. However, the wheelbase has been increased to 2,705 millimeters. This is 15 millimeters more compared to the previous generation, which has improved both stability and comfort for rear passengers. The width of the car has increased to 1,875 millimeters, and the ground clearance has remained at 205 millimeters. The most interesting thing is that Toyota claims that the new model completely abandons purely petrol versions. Now only hybrids and one plug-in hybrid are available. But, knowing the regional policy of the company, in some markets a purely petrol version will still be available in the basic configuration. Now let's move on to the hybrids themselves. It's no secret that Toyota has the most efficient hybrids on the market today. They are based on a proven system based on a 2.0-liter naturally aspirated gasoline engine and an electric motor with improved efficiency. But few people realize how elegant this engineering solution is in the automotive world. And despite this, many do not realize the genius of the Toyota hybrid. So let's take a look at how it works in general terms. Unlike traditional cars with a gearbox, the Toyota hybrid does not use a traditional transmission at all to transmit power to the wheels. Instead, the system uses two electric motor generators connected to a planetary gearbox. It occupies the space where the transmission would normally be located. The planetary gearbox itself consists of a large sun gear around which smaller gears rotate, like planets around the sun, which is why they are called planetary. This gearbox acts as a link between the gasoline engine, two electric motors, and the wheels. But why does Toyota need two electric motors on the front axle? It's simple. The first motor generator is connected to the combustion engine and the sun gear, the same large gear around which the smaller ones rotate. This electric motor acts as a starter and generator, charging the battery when the gasoline engine is running. The second, more powerful electric motor is connected to the ring gear, and that, in turn, to the differential. It is this electric motor that most often sets the car in motion when starting. But since the gasoline engine and the first electric motor are also connected to the same planetary gear through the large sun gear, they can also participate in the movement, transmitting torque directly to the wheels with minimal losses because there is essentially no gearbox here. The system can therefore operate in either serial or parallel mode, making it a series parallel hybrid. From an engineering perspective, the system is incredibly simple. A gasoline engine optimized for efficient operation, two electric motors, and a pair of gears. While a traditional automatic transmission can include up to 5 planetary gears, there is only one. Simplicity equals reliability, and it has always worked. This hybrid is also used in the new RAV4, and it produces 229 horsepower. To implement all-wheel drive, Toyota simply adds a small electric motor to the rear axle. This configuration produces 239 horsepower. Here you have the reason why Toyota hybrids are reliable. The battery itself is also quite simple. Toyota used nickel metal hydride batteries before, but has now switched to more modern lithium-ion ones. These batteries are significantly smaller in size than those in plug-in hybrids or full-fledged electric vehicles. For example, the new Camry, which uses the same hybrid, has a battery capacity of 1 kilowatt-hour. This is tiny, which means less weight and fewer rare earth elements needed to make it. One of the main reasons why Toyota's hybrid is so appealing is that the system doesn't require lifestyle changes. Fill up with gas as before, just less often. Drive the same way you always have. No recharging, routes to charging stations, or adaptations to your driving style. But for those who find this not enough, you can choose the plug-in hybrid version. It uses the same gasoline engine, but in conjunction with one very powerful electric motor. At the output, this version produces 324 horsepower, 18 more than before. In addition to the increased power, the electric range has increased by 13 kilometers and is now about 80 kilometers. The towing capacity of the new model starts at 794 kilograms for front-wheel drive models and reaches a more impressive 1,580 kilograms for some all-wheel drive versions. So if you plan to transport something serious, it is better to choose the all-wheel drive version. The new RAV4 will be a global model with adaptations for the European, Japanese, and Australian markets. It is already known that in Europe the model will be sold exclusively in hybrid and plug-in hybrid formats, while for Japan an additional electric version is possible in the future. And for some markets a purely gasoline version will also be available. Well friends, leave your comments on how you like the new RAV4 and I will say goodbye to you. Thank you for watching this episode. I hope you found it interesting. In order not to miss new videos, I recommend subscribing to the channel. Good luck to everyone, and see you soon.